Good evening, everyone. It's Sparks here, back for more Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, I know, I'm starting later than originally planned. I really wanted to start this actually around 10, but I got into a call with a friend and we were talking about we were brainstorming some things for a series we're working on. And let time get away from us. But it's fine. We can start now, go for at least 3 hours, and then call it for the day. I'm actually really excited. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're just gonna go straight for the dungeon. Like, out of all the things I want to do right now, going directly to the dungeon is one of those things. I'm gonna be playing as Viper, and I got some new gear. And what do you know? It popped straight away. This is gonna be fun. I love how calmly we're walking. Also, one of my people is apparently a robo-rabbit. Vanguard is under attack. Vanguard is under attack. All units prepare for battle. Haha. Cute that they think they can stop me. Alright. Enemy sighted. R7 sentries. Prepare to engage. Wah wah. Wow. These guys just suck at their jobs. They're robots. We can cut them some slack. It's not their fault they were poorly programmed. Woo! Onwards! First boss, Vanguard Commander R8. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Okay. I did not understand how that worked. I now do. Whoop. Whoa. Beep. Okay. I think I go over here, I'll be fine. Yep. Correct choice. Mohaha. I learned from last time. Okay, this is an alright boss. Shit! Oh shit! Damn it! Didn't realize it was on... I didn't notice that it was outside this time. Ah! It changed up the pattern, how dare it! You're not allowed to do that! Ah, well, ooh, new chest. What did we get? Okay, so we got a ring of fending, which is better than we had, and a helmet of fending, which is also better than what I had. If our current tank doesn't want it, I will happily take that. Just as I will happily take the contents of any other chest. Going well. Ah. Come on. Alright, next. Whoop! Off to the side. Fucking turrets. Oh, wow. Those look similar to something from Garlemald. That's curious. More advanced versions, maybe, but still. Huh. Come on. Woo. Ooh, got loot. Yay. Okay. Shit! That thing was just non-stop. Woo! Successful evasion. Shit. What? God damn, what the fuck? Fuck! God damn it, paralysis. I walked into one of the barriers. Oh, fucking hell. Ugh! This is fun. But it is tough. Ugh. Again. Damn it. Ah! Fucking hell! God damn! Oh! Oh, I'm shaking a little after that. Fuck! That was legitimately challenging. Like, I am now looking forward to the final boss of this area. If that was just the, like... Stay reinforced. The commander will not tolerate failure. Well, too bad. He's gonna have to tolerate failure. Because you guys suck. Like, this is meant to be super advanced tech, and we're tearing through it like it wasn't. I mean, really, what are they even doing? Ba-da-ba-ba. 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 Slaying. And then weapons I don't care about. Ooh, here we go. What's this? Such a serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. Ophidian Outrider Xander the Snake Skinner. Well, he looks human. We redeem our honor with our lives. With your lives. Okay. Ah, we already have that, so we can't get it again. Aha! Rapid fire strikes. Again with that. Come on. How? How could you? Ugh. Alright, that's phase 1. Alright, no more games. I call him the soul of the serpent, the great devourer. Give me the strength to destroy our enemies. Oh, you'll pay for his souls you've made me waste this day. Fascinating. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's doing Damn it, I don't know exactly what he does there. It seemed to be totally random whether or not he struck to the front or back. Okay, this ability is pretty easy to understand. And now. Yeah, we win. The final strike of my limit break defeated him. Yay. Down he goes. Oh, that makes me happy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, everyone else already left. Okay. Let's go ahead and first see... Yeah, we already have gear that's better than anything we got from this dungeon. Okay. Oh, that'll be stuff to trade in somewhere. Oh.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind.
Oh.
There was no mistaking we had reached Yassulani. And yet... it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining.
God damn, yeah.
To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
And a giant power generator in the middle.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yassulani, can it?
I think it is. Heritage found. I was prepared for something strange, but this... it's like another world. I don't understand. It is definitely weird. It's something we need to investigate. I should have completed that class with my tank. Oh well, too late. I'll complete the next class with my tank. It doesn't make sense. That tower... was it always there? No, definitely not. Nor the wall over there. The material's not something we use in Taral. It's closer to we saw at the gate to the Golden City, or those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't possibly have been built in so short a time. Then I'm inclined to assume we've been transported to another location, or perhaps... well, speculation will avail us not. We need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. Yep, let's take a look around then. Yep, time to investigate. Before we continue, oh my goodness, I love it. It looks so silly! Oh, what's happened when we turn off the visor? Ah! Okay, that's kind of fun. You can have it with expressive eyes or a little triangle. Okay, well, right now, we're gonna have it with the Emperor's new hat. Then switch to Summoner and Scholar and Machinist. Alright, well, we're gonna stick with Gunbreaker for the next bit, because it's the close. I want it to level up more. It's only level 97 compared to all the other classes. So it could do a role quest. But yeah, goddamn, is this place different than what I was expecting. Umbral static is what we're dealing with for this weather. That looks like a train station, doesn't it? That must be a Shaluni station where the passengers disembarked. The press will find someone to talk to there. Let's go and investigate. I hope so. I hope the passengers have at least been left alone. And the locals. It would suck if they didn't. Pretty sure this is on a station. Well, the stave, I swear it was abandoned years ago. I'm not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit more. It does look like a ghost town. There are ether currents nearby, though. The building is a rotting husk. It's clearly been many years since anyone lived here. Well, I see the ether currents. The tracks are heavily rusted. It would seem they haven't been tended to for a long while. Let's go get that ether current, seeing it's so close. Where's the next one? Northeast. We'll explore and get them later. We want to do the quests right now. And this is the turntable. You find a train turntable. The thick layer of rust suggests it hasn't been used in years. This is very concerning. Finished poking around, have you? Let's gather everyone, and I want you all to look at this. Ba-ba-ba. It's one of the mechanical soldiers, long since broken, apparently. But I'd say its presence confirms this is indeed Zoralja's domain we're in. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? This area seems like it was abandoned a long time ago. So all evidence suggests this is Ysilani Station. I have no doubt we're in Ysilani. But I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. For new structures to create enormous ones to appear in a flash. If I didn't know it better, I'd say time flows differently here. That would be a problem. Is such a thing even possible? We have encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. Though it may be difficult to believe, our world is but one of several. In some respects, they are similar to one another, but in others, wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years may have come and gone in another. But if this is Ysilani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections of dimensions. If Maribel says this is Ysilani, then it must be. Your village is a little further along, right? Aaronville. Yes, it's a short distance to the northwest. Let's head there next then. Rather than talk theory, it's always better to confirm things firsthand. May I be of assistance? It's still functioning? It doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Tell us where we are. Unable to confirm credentials. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Confirm. I think it's broken after all. Too strange by half. Let's leave it be and get going. Are those lightning rods? Probably. You need a lot of power to make a lot of these things run. Would you accompany me for a moment? There's something I wish to investigate. Sure. Give me a moment to go exploring, and then I will catch up. Well, I'm gonna go catch up immediately anyways with him, because the next one is to the northeast. Look there. The lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures over yonder. Signs suggest there's some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. Again, I shall join him soon. Northeast. Yup. Oh god. Oh, that hurts. Ow. Why? Up there, I see it. Where's the next one? Still further north. Yep, definitely absorbing the lightning and transferring it through the pylon things to the center source. It's a clever way of actually powering a place. Drawing on the natural drawing on the lightning that's around the air and pumping it back into the whatever that is. Really interesting to find out what's going on here. Drop down now. Right, somewhere to the northwest. Which means this way. Apparently. Yep, somewhere to the north. In these caves. There it is. I'm sure these caves will have greater importance later, but right now we need to just gather this and then leave. South. So southwest. It hurts. Ow. Draw attention to any enemies. It'll still be fine. I may not have needed to jump. Yeah, I don't think I needed to jump. It's somewhere back up there. God damn it, I hate it when I do that to myself. Alright, back up. Cross the land bridge. And get whatever it is we're after. Alright, it's about 100 to the west. There, I see it. There's supposed to be farms down there. With special sprinklers and everything. Oh, where's the next current? West. hit by anything. Might as well make my way over to that ether current over there. Or etherite rather, not the ether current. The ether current's somewhere. So I'm still going west, I guess, so it could be near us. Southwest now. Okay. Which means it's likely on the other side of this wall. Have we, by any chance, obtained 5 already? Is this going to be one of those areas where we can only get a certain number because we can't get to half of the map yet? It does appear as if we're not going to be able to get to the other side of the wall. Which is obviously fine, but you know. Yeah, I'm definitely banking on ether currents are only available. Only the first half are available right now because we can't get to the other side of the wall yet. There will be a way to get to the other side of the wall, but that will be... Oh, wait, never mind. I thought it was going to be story dependent, but it looks like it's just exploration dependent. Haha. Fear me, I bypass your rules and do what I want. But we can't get over to that big platform without flight. And we need to get to that. Southwest. So it's somewhere over there. West. It should be visible now. Northwest. North. Northeast. East. Oh, there, I see it now. Fuck off, Asteroidia. I just want my ether current. God damn defective turret! Can't you see I'm busy? Obviously not, because we're defective. Now that's collected. Onwards to the next one. Southeast. Oh wait, that means we need to go right. Whoa, Jesus. That did not look like the lightning was coming down from the sky. That looks like it was being shot upwards. Are they using devices to supercharge the atmosphere? In fairness, if they... robo-elephants. Why not? Let's have some robo-elephants. fine. If you want to fight, we'll fight. Go. Another ether current. Now we go to the southwest. Try and get the next one. Bugger off, little elephant. I just want to get moving. Holy shit. Wait, this town. It looks weirdly familiar. This looks like something that I would have seen in a previous game. Familiar. Huh. This is suspicious. Especially that bit over there, which is literally just like an entire section of city that's off at an angle. Something is very wrong here. Like, in many ways, there is something wrong here. And yes, I am glad I'm taking the time to explore the area. I look forward to finding out how this connects to the story. I'm being horrified when we get that answer. I'm just gonna head north and connect up with that aetheryte over there, which looks to have a brand new design that is different from the aetheryte that we saw previously. And I like it. That is one of the most beautiful aetherytes I have ever seen. So geometrically perfect. Southeast, somewhere over here. The way up is over there. How are we doing anyways? How many do we have left? 2 left to be... Wait, hold on. That can't be right. Sorry, I thought for a moment that there weren't any ones that were quest dependent, which would have been weird. well, not that weird. There is a part of one of the previous maps where that was the case. That was entirely exploration dependent. I think it was a Heavensward one, wasn't it? Yeah, Azizallah was purely quest specific because you needed flights to get to the final area. But all the others are exploration dependent. Alright, southwest. This has been a blast exploring. Because this place is weird. Seriously, what is all this? Can the enemy that's attacking me bugger off? Can all enemies just bugger off and let me get my thing? Jeez. There, got it. That should be all of them. Yep. That is all explorable ones collected. We do have an area of the map which is unexplorable due to being connected to, well, being an area that's only available through flight. So we'll have to visit that after we complete all the class quests. It'll be interesting learning what the circumstances here are. Okay, well, we've done our bits to explore over... No, we do not use an etherite thing for a cost of 100. That is a waste of an etherite ticket. First, feed my chocobo. Then set off for over there to add it to the map. If the only part of the map that isn't explored is the part that's only accessible through flight, I will be happy. Because it means we just need to make progress in the story, and then we'll unlock it. But yeah, it is rather concerning to see this area all disheveled. If time really is flowing differently here, it either means we travel to another world that just happens to be like ours, or time is passing here at a rate that means we need to be careful. Well, actually, no. We should be fine. one of the beautiful things about when time is accelerated in a world, it means that when we return, very little time will have passed. This material appears to be the same as that used in the mechanical soldiers and warships. On closer inspection, appears to bear fine etchings, rather reminiscent of arcane ruins. These, spectacularly decorative. I would posit it's used to harness lightning as a source of energy. Quite impressive technology. I'll share this observation with Ishtola. For a blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with link pearls. Which, if it's not interfering with link pearls, that would say we're not in a different world. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find the others. Because if we were the link worlds don't work across worlds. That was something we know from our time in the first, and the fact that we couldn't contact Tataru until we returned. What in the world? This is an abandoned village. I think he's found his home. Or what was his home.
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here?
A good question.
And where is everyone?
Another good question.
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Agreed.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Who the hell are you? She looks like that girl we saw back during the attack.
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sorolcha has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolcha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria.
Alexandria?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason?
Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you are both behind the attack on Tuliyola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
She seems like she is, actually.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I.
Oh?
It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Oh. Wow, she wants to depose
Our
him.
aid. I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorolja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the queen.
Mm-hmm. In title only.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power.
Ah.
So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it.
Makes sense.
A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
Ah, good question.
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasulani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know.
Please tell us.
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barriers surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the first.
It is.
Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts.
Okay.
A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
Good call.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides...
Yeah. He came for his mother.
You're right.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihiolal?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolal.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through.
She
So
looked
by all
horrified
means,
by
show
the
us around.
war.
I
So
think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful. If you would follow me.
It's a little odd for the queen to be walking around by her lonesome.
Is that concern or suspicion?
Both.
If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid?
She's weird, and I like her already.
I jest, of course. But you do strike me as the most capable here.
Well then. The comparison to the Crystal Tower would be amped, if indeed this is a temporal displacement. I think it goes without saying, but we're not going to trust her just like that, right? Anyway, any way you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere proclaims herself queen is suspicious. You're not wrong. I'm gonna use Viper for the next while then. Well, having established that we should be wary, we could use more information. So let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sven. Okay. Before we continue, I'm just going to grab myself a drink. I'm not going to bother with the be right back right now. Because literally, not very long. Where am I going to have my drink? Drinks again though, good thing I get paid. So I should get some money. I'll take a look at that later. Sven is her name. I trust you have similar farming facilities in Toral. They're completely different from ours. I've got no idea what all those machines do. We settled on this approach after some trial and error. The Torali have their own methods of farming, which they want to continue employing, but the environment makes it challenging. There's too much rain and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of electrodes has allowed us to fortify the buildings here, as well as provide what nature cannot. Electro what? Electrodes. It's a material we use for myriad devices and applications. Topic for another time, perhaps. If you follow me, we're nearly to the outskirts. I suspect there was an aetheryte back over there where we just were, but they moved it. This looks like a mix. This city we're approaching looks like a mix between the old cities and modern tech. I wasn't really paying attention that much when I was exploring earlier for this area, but yeah, it does look like a blending of techniques.
here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
People.
Queen Sphene? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
And she has an entourage of people who don't have those weird head things. Seriously, if that device just looks weird.
You look well, Paquine. And Catogne, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Lamachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can. Even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Yep.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence.
An affable townsperson.
And who are these fine people?
Tuliolol's vow of resolve, Wuk-Lamat, and her companions.
Hi.
They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuk-Lamat is still so young. Where are my manners? I am Popone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawaktan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa.
Kafkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh.
Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasulani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
One of the guards.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
Good question.
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Popone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years! That's how long it feels for them.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoraljar's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
Huh.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
"30 years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away."
Huh.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
Do you suppose time is still passing faster in here?
I was able to make contact with Yestola not long ago via link pearl, so that shouldn't be cause for concern. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
That makes sense.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information.
Agreed.
Sphene, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Yeah, it's only been 30 years. Lots of
Even
people
if
are
I
probably
don't
still alive.
understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zoralja.
Fair.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
Fair.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
Okay. Well, they unlock a bunch of side quests soon. Not good to have cables sticking out of the ground like that. Electrope has done much to improve the efficiency of their farming, but hasn't replaced everything. We want to preserve their old way of life, and we did not want to force ours upon them. He went to such lengths so that our cultures could coexist, goes so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, for the Turali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught with minimal effort. Through mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Turali have learned a great deal from one another. And I am sure there is much you wish to learn as well, so please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let's head back to the farm we passed earlier. Halo. Oh, it's called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're off to this Halo place, yes. First, though, forecast terminal. And over there is the local gemstone trader. I want to just sell a few things. Okay. Then I just want to take a look and see what they're like. Because we skipped right past this set. Okay, that's alright for a weapon. I did want to see what the gear for this set was like, though. Okay, so that's the mask. Not a fan. There again, I wasn't a fan of the helmet either. I mean, that's alright. Weird that it exposes the belly. But, hold on. Ah! Okay. Was talking to the other half about it, and now I see what he means. That is just straight up bondage gear. Like, wow. Let's actually take a look at the full... We need to save it. So that's the gloves of scouting. Trousers. And the boots. Honestly, aside from being missing the belly bit, it's practically identical to the tank version. Because... yeah, that's really all that's different between the two. And the naming version is just a different color. But did they really have to go that direction for the striking one? Or that direction for aiming? Oh god. What's the magic one like? The magic one is no better! Oh my god, why though? Why did they go that direction? Oh, that's such a weird choice. Oh. Also, I got an answer regarding the question about the drops from this game. You do, because of the fact it's not cumulative, it's consecutive. Apparently. Because I've watched for another 60 minutes, I haven't received the next drop. Allow me to introduce you to Mahuwasi, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she has shared with the farmers was what has allowed this place to flourish. XIV, to what do I owe this sudden shower of praise? My apologies for the interruption. I am come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, and so I invited them to see how our crops are grown. I do hope that's all right. So rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of hosts would we be to deny them a look around? I gather your majesty also intend to check on things here. Kinda like her outfit. It's cute. You know me too well. I thought to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions, though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have her permission, so please, walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go on ahead, I'll keep Sven company. Don't misunderstand, I'm not the suspicious type, but given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point, but be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain on Wiklamat's watchful eye. Pray come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken with the other farmhands. Light levels appear to be fine. As for the power source... Wish to know about my job? I tend to the fields mostly, watering the crops, keeping the soil fertile, and so on. Admittedly took some time until I fully understand how best to carry out my duties. I also manage the lamps we use in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. The land and sky being what they are, ensuring a rich harvest makes for constant work. Honestly, I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, I didn't grow up knowing much of anything about farming. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Okay. Ah, I see. That's producing a sort of barrier that keeps it from constantly raining onto the crops, because too much moisture can be bad. It keeps the moisture levels at a nice thing. Familiar face. I gather this is your first time on site then. Well, this here's the storehouse, or rather the entrance. The real storehouse is underground, much more spacious, and equipped with a temperature regulation system to keep the harvest from spoiling. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild beasts from wandering inside, which also makes it a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. Even got a few beds down there for emergencies. Parents often complain about how Alexandrian technology and electro complicate our lives, but it's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my job, for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. The work is hard, I'll not deny, but I take great satisfaction in what we do. And over here looks to be the wildlife, or wild stock, the livestock. Which look to just be standard dodos. They're saying that you and yours are visitors from beyond the barrier. That true? Sure is. So it is, which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have a desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with life here in Alexandria. But setting that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Taking animals is an absolute joy, but I have to be careful not to grow attached. So I was a little sad when they're shipped off, but a job is a job. I'll need to get back to it, but it was nice talking to you. Please give my regards to the Queen. Okay. I see. Don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you've had your fill of speaking with the farmers. A nice return to Mahawasa. However you pronounce it. I struggle with pronunciation of names. Well, what are your impressions of the farm? Electro is quite impressive. So it was the electrope that caught your eye. That's only natural, I suppose, if you come from a place without it. Still, you only seem mildly impressed. This leads me to believe you have experience with even more marvelous technology. I'd love to hear your tales one day. And what did you think of our little Torlamati? Oop, don't use that term. What did you call me? Was that inappropriate? My apologies. I heard the others call you by that name and I thought... No, it's fine. As you said before, we've no need for titles and formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. That machine could be used to overcome so harsh an environment is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. The feeling is understandable indeed. Indeed, many still find the machinery behind me baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though. Acting up, you say? You needn't worry, my queen. It happens fairly often. Put simply, it's taken in water that had a strong lightning charge. We think some creatures have become charged up with the energy and they're releasing it into the river we use as a source. The system would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with. I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. Yeah, we can deal with it. We could take care of it if you'd like. I understand that little back. That's most gracious of your offer, but it is much too dangerous. Oh, it's no trouble for the vow of Rizal or Tuliolo. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, if there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as that. This work is even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take us long at all. Very well, I graciously accept, but please take care. This ought to go even faster if you and I search for lightning charged fiends on our own. Good hunting. Okay, I plan to go for a considerable amount of time today, but I'm feeling way too tired and I do have to be up early for work. So I'll probably head to bed as soon as we finish the next quest. Or this quest even. I know it's not very long, but eh. That was a nice quick mission. Or part of the mission. I'm gonna go till 1 AM on my end and then go to bed. You're both alright, thank goodness. You really needn't have worried so much. I barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all gone now. Of course I was worried. You're my dear guests. But thank you. We truly appreciate this. Indeed, with this, we won't have to ask Zoralja's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction of the people's protection. He thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen Sven. Or Sven. I didn't properly hear how she said her name, so that's enough. If you have grievances, I will hear them later. But to speak of the king now... No, she's right. He's never been one to look after his people. Anyway, thank you for letting us tour the farm. The folk here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You couldn't have favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. And you never failed to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Faith, I'll admit. But you'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. Ah, if you're to be called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Come now, this is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. I believe we are done with the farm. Let's move on, shall we? Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts. I dare say your friends will also return by now. My thanks again for dealing with the fiends. Come and visit us anytime. Oh, and a bunch of side quests just popped up. But yeah, no, I'm way too tired right now. I feel like if I continue for much longer, I'm just gonna exhaust myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll continue this quest line a little bit. Do you hear that? Hear what?
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
For what?
I'm glad you could make it.
Huh. Wait, that's...
Are you with us?
Queen Sven has come to see you.
bracelet.
We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right.
Namika. It's her.
What's the matter, dear?
You heard her name, so you know it's her.
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You heard her name again.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
And you're about to lose her because it's been 30 years.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
Namika, it's me! Wuklamat!
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Poor Namika.
Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Oh.
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
What do soul cells mean? Is that the devices on their head that revive them?
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on, in us.
Living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief.
Wait, where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden.
Okay.
I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Go on. Go and give her a hug.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Oh, she lost 30 years with her. In the blink of an eye, all because of Zoralja.
Let us give them some time alone.
God damn it. I knew Zoralja was an ass, but I didn't think he'd be this bad. I knew her as well, but it's more important that those two get to share some time.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps.
Yep.
Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time.
Yeah.
Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a Void Gate, or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding.
You are keeping secrets, and I know that you are.
I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years. Until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
Apparently.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
Oh.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents by means unknown.
In other words, Sven's as lost as the rest of us, right?
Sven's how we pronounce it.
The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
But of course, our next stop ought to be at...
A tower.
Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoralja resides.
Huh.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoralja do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here.
Yep.
I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoralja's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount.
Sorry, just messing with the door on the desk.
I will do everything in my
cabinet.
power to keep them from harm.
Okay.
It is a ruler's duty.
Good answer.
Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunderyards? Is that where she is?
I am afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
Okay. That's weird.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
What? What just happened?
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
What? What? I'm confused.
Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, this raises a lot of questions. They're clearly getting the memories messed with in order to make them not sad when somebody dies. Ooh. What's going on? How could he suddenly forget about Namika? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to others as well, I wonder? So when I find out, let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at Aetheryte. Alright, I do want to go and investigate this, but I'll be honest in saying that right now, I'm way too tired to keep going with this, as much as part of me wants to. So, I'm going to call it there, and I will resume this again after work tomorrow. So, until then, as always, I've been Sparks. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!